What's up, everybody? So first track day of 2020, we're gonna take this thing out and we're gonna shake it down and see if any of these changes that we've made actually made somewhat of a difference on the thing. Another thing that I didn't mention, I put a bigger turbo on this thing. It's got a 92mm turbo. I decided to try as it's somewhat of a science experiment. My buddy Tim McCallum had these turbos on a Black Friday special, and I hit him up and the price was right, so I decided to throw it on the car and give it a shot. Might be a little bit too much turbo for this, but we're gonna figure that out today. Right now the car has the exact same tune-up in it from Drag Week when I went at 858. We're at Coastal Plains Raceway Park here in Jacksonville, North Carolina, Richlands, North Carolina. And this track is actually a little bit short on the shutdown in the quarter. So we're gonna keep this strictly 8th mile hits today. And I kind of know what the car needs to do in the 8th mile in order to run the number in the quarter mile. So we're about to suit up, strap in, and go make our first hit and see what this thing does. Okay, so first hit, if you saw in the video, the truck in the right lane jumped the gun before I can bump in. And if you know how the tree works, you need to have 3 complete bulbs in order to start the timer. This is test and tune. They don't have auto start going. I don't know. I was watching the boost build. I look up, he's gone. I thought maybe I missed the green light because I was expecting a sportsman tree. And then I was like, well, maybe it is a sportsman tree. I don't know. Anyway, so because he left early and I'm sitting there on the brake building boost, I let go of the button. And we both left before the tree was active. So we got 0 data on the pass. What I can tell you is it shook the tires in first gear, top of second gear, and in third gear it tried to swap lanes on me. So I took a little power out top and I'm bringing the boost in a little smoother to see if we can make this thing get down. I think as the sun continues to beat down on the track, it's gonna get a little bit better. So we'll see. Round 2, here we go. There you go, 565 at 99 at 125, 131 to the 60 foot. The 60 foot's kind of there, and I feel like I can get after it a little bit harder, so I put a little bit more down low. Every single gear at the top, this thing spun its ass off, and I'm having to drive it. So I took a little bit of power out up top, but it's starting to show us something. 565 is not a bad way to start. Made some changes on the thing, trying to get this thing to get on the brake a little bit sooner with this big old turbo. And we'll see what we can do. And check this out. I picked this up. If you guys have seen these, you may have seen them on other videos. It's called a Draggy. This is like a hyper speed GPS kind of performance meter, and it hooks to your phone and does video overlay. I've heard rumors that these things are within like hundredths of a second to the 60 foot, which that sounds like a pretty bold claim and impressive. So we're gonna put it in the car and we're gonna take it out and see how accurate this thing really is. I'm gonna hook my phone up and do a video overlay. The phone may very well come flying off of my dash, but it's a lot of stuff going on inside the car. I'm trying not to make this thing a science project, but we're gonna mount this up, get my phone set up, and see how accurate this thing is, and maybe it'll make for some cool video in the future. Draggy. Oh. Okay. Come here. There you go. So, according to the Draggy, at 589, I feel like I might have tripped the 60 foot with the back tire. Yo, man, that felt good. It started to go a little bit left, so I let out of it, jump back in it, kind of see what it would do, get some data on it. I think we're on something with this tune-up on this track today. The track seems to be coming around, so I'm gonna check the data. I'm probably gonna leave it alone, but dude, kind of impressed with that Draggy. I'm looking at the slip right now. So we got a 589, 970 in the quarter. 0 to 30 in a half a second. That's pretty rad. All right, so let's see how accurate this Draggy thing really is. Here we go. Oh man, pardon my hair. I left my hat somewhere. Thank you. Dude, spot on. 589, 589. Whoa. I know I'm shaking like crazy. I'm gonna do a GoPro on this one because that is impressive. Holy. Well, new best 60 foot, 124. So I'm still leading the 60 foot battle against Logan, driving that thing further and further down. It did a beautiful wheelie. The track took a power, and when I set down, it's kind of going to the left a little bit, so I lifted. And then I got back in it just to see what this Draggy thing is all about. And holy guys, talk about impressive. 589 on the Draggy to a 589 on the time slip. The video's a little choppy, but it is what it is. But if you need some data and you want to see how close you actually are to real world, I mean, this is as real as it gets. You can't fake track numbers. And that Draggy thing nails it. It was within a quarter of a mile an hour on the mile an hour, 117 on both of them, and 589, 589 on the time slip as well as on the Draggy. So if you're looking at one of those things and thinking about it, they're sick. So we're going to top off the methanol, check tire pressure, look at some data, and run it back. That one, you can hear on this Draggy overlay, I was not happy. God, I hate bracket cars! You're big tire bullshit, man. Get your stupid ass in the beams next time. I didn't take my own advice. And I went in first against an NA big tire bracket car, and I stood on the trans brake for well over 7 seconds, waiting for him to stage. Oh, by the way, it's on a Sportsman tree. So like an idiot. Run your own race. When you're out testing, what the guy in the other lane is doing, run your own. So that's what I'm gonna do this time. I'm gonna try and get a clean pass out of this thing. I have not been able to stay in it from the start to the stripe all day today. The last one was a 569. I lost a 10th off the 60 foot. I'm gonna see if this pass, starting to cool down here. This is the last one for the day. Fingers crossed we can put this thing back in the 120s. I can stay in it to the end. And maybe we can get a new best day. So here we go. You better be right. Oh, come on, son. All right, guys, it's the next day. I was so hyped yesterday on a successful day at the track that I completely spaced on actually filming an outro for this. So here it is. The car's home, safe and sound clearly, still has oil pressure, made it home from the track just fine. And this thing kicked some ass. That big girl over there has shown us such good potential. I'm impressed with that thing. That VS 92mm turbo. Yeah, 92 is insanely large turbo, but what I do thoroughly like is that thing did as much as the old turbo did with 4 pounds less boost. So that is showing me that that thing is a little bit, it's kind of efficient. It works. I had concerns that it was going to be too big for the car. It got a little bit of strategy to play with as far as getting the thing to spool up. But I think the MVP for the day has got to go to this little thing right here, man. This Draggy was super impressive. There was one run where I think it was off by around 1/10 of a second. But the other 3 that I recorded with it, it was within hundredths of a second every single time. Now the video is super glitchy. You can see how wavy and choppy it is. It looked like I was filming it with an Android. I don't know if that's a characteristic of the app or my phone from dropping it. When I switched over to the normal camera, it was fine. I think it's the Draggy app. It's a little bit glitchy, but it doesn't corrupt the data that you get from that thing. So if you don't really care about the data overlay on the video and you just want to actually have real world quantifiable data, check that out. Draggy, you can order them on Amazon. Actually, 1320 Video, shout out to Kyle Loftus and the boys over there. They actually sell these things on their website and you can get a free 1320 DVD with a purchase of a Draggy. I don't know if that deal's still going, but it is on their website. I didn't find that out until after I ordered that thing. Otherwise, I would have supported those guys for sure. So head over to 1320video.com and get yourself a Draggy. I'm gonna go inside, wrap this video up, and we're gonna go over this data with a fine-tooth comb and figure out the areas where we can improve upon. Now, I got some ideas. I just need a track that will hold the power to execute them on. And then Logan's as good as dead.
I can tell that you're scared.